On November 22, Zinhle Mchunu told her family that she was visiting her boyfriend Themba. They went to Spare for lunch and then went on about their day. At around 7 p.m., Zinhle deleted her location history permanently. Her sister could not locate her anymore. She also did not answer her calls and text messages. Her family reported her missing. Her phone, laptop, clothes, and handbag were found at Themba's place, but her big suitcase was missing. Themba denied knowing where she was. Zinhle was missing for almost a month, and for weeks, Themba still denied knowing where Zinhle was. When the family appealed to him on social media, he threatened to expose them. On December 20, Zinhle was found dead. She had multiple stab wounds. Her body was stuffed inside a suitcase and she was buried in a shallow grave. Her boyfriend Themba Xaba was arrested. This is the heartbreaking story of Simphiwe Zinhle Mchunu. Welcome to True Crime with me, Julia. On this channel, we look into true crime cases that have happened in South Africa. Today's case is super new. Zinhle went missing on 22 November 2025. Her body was then found on December 20. This story is based on news reports and mostly on social media accounts and reports by Zinhle's brother Zinhle and her sister Nokwethemba Mchunu. So the story is based entirely on allegations. Let us get Zinhle Mchunu was 23 years old. She was originally from Umlazi in the northern KwaZulu-Natal. She had two siblings. Zinhle was a student at the University of KwaZulu-Natal. She was studying at the Edgewood campus. She had dreams of becoming a teacher. She was in her final year of teaching. She was someone who had dreams to shape young minds and change lives. To be closer to her studies, Zinhle had moved to Durban. She was in a relationship with Themba Xaba. He is also 23 years old. Themba is from Nambiti, but he had moved to Umlazi where he was renting. To her family, Zinhle was loving, focused, and someone they knew they could rely on. She was also described as someone who was responsible. Now the next part of this report is based on her sister Nokwethemba's version of events. Nokwethemba says Zinhle visited Themba's place at Umlazi Section C on Saturday, November 22, 2025. In the morning, the couple went to Spur, and then they came back. She says Themba then told the family that shortly after they arrived at his place, him and Zinhle had an argument. Zinhle then left the house and said she was going to meet with some friends. He doesn't say who the friends are or where they were going to meet. But Zinhle's two phones were found at Themba's place. A handbag was also found at his place, her laptop as well. Nokwethemba says Zinhle would never leave the house without her cell phone. She says she always knew where Zinhle was because she had her location on at all times, and Themba knew about this. But after 7 p.m. on that day, Zinhle's phone location history was deleted permanently, and the phone was found with Themba. And then the family went through the phone. Nokwethemba says they found multiple messages from Zinhle's phone asking her male friends when was the last time they had sex. So the family believes those messages were sent by Themba to Zinhle's friends to solicit some kind of responses through her WhatsApp. Nokwethemba then adds that Themba allegedly spent another story. He stated that Zinhle could have possibly been kidnapped by some men in Durban because he was attacked by some men who demanded 50,000 rand ransom from him. A confusing diversion which Nokwethemba says makes no sense. The family then went on to open a case of a missing person. They also spread the news and appealed for help through social media. In one post by Zinhle's brother through his Facebook account on December 12, he appealed for the public to help locate Themba so that he could be questioned about Zinhle's whereabouts. In a brave and disturbing twist, Themba then commented on the post and said he was not in hiding. He said he has been helping the police and Zinhle's family to find her. He then says Lindokuhle is trying to paint him as the bad guy through these posts, but what people don't know is that he has bad messages about Lindokuhle on his phone and he could post them, insinuating that he has bad damage that he could release if Lindokuhle continues. However, Zinhle would be missing for almost a month, and nearly a month later, police received intelligence that led them back to Umlazi Section C, where she was last seen. A K9 unit was deployed. What they found ended all hope. Buried in the backyard, inside a suitcase, was the body of Zinhle Mchunu. She had suffered multiple stab wounds. Police described the killing as gruesome and calculated, and the concealment of her body suggested an attempt to hide the crime. For Zinhle's family, the nightmare became real. Soon after the discovery, police confirmed Themba's arrest. He was taken into custody in connection with her murder. Authorities are investigating the motive, the timeline, the deleted phone data, and whether anyone else may have been involved. Themba is expected to face charges including murder and defeating the ends of justice. Anger and grief filled the streets of Umlazi and Mnambithi. Zinhle's death is not just one case. It is part of a growing crisis. South Africa continues to lose women, daughters, sisters, and students to gender-based violence, often at the hands of their partners. Zinhle was just 3 weeks away from completing her studies. Zinhle was weeks away from stepping into her calling. She was weeks away from going home. Those dreams were buried with her. Please let us leave hearts in the comment section for Zinhle. Thank you so much for watching. What are your thoughts on this case? Let's talk in the comments. Please stay safe. I will see you on the next one.